And so to the final award of the evening, the winner of the non-private sector. And to hear why they won, let's hear from CEO of O2, Danuta Gray.
The overall public winner is to recognise best practice in organisations that are not in the private sector. And what we're looking for here is an organisation that shows that they are taking a lead, that they're going beyond what is expected of them, even in the public sector, where maybe expectations are sometimes higher.
The winner of the non-private sector, Cavan County Council.
We really wanted to put social inclusion at the centre of the way we operate in this council. If we were going to make this county a place where everybody can contribute as well as participate.
I think every staff member has ownership of this process. It's very much embedded into the organisation. It makes my job a lot easier, definitely.
You don't have to think to go to use the library. You know you can. You don't have to think to use any of the public offices. You know you can.
So it was given to you.
To us, it starts with attitude, and you can do an awful lot with very little if you have the right attitude.
The Equality Authority in Dublin and the Library Council decided to take on a project and pick 4 local authorities to drive making access happen in libraries, and Cavan happened to be one of the local authorities involved. We decided we'd consult with local people with disabilities and ask them what they needed, not just from the building, but our services and our customer care. And that's where everything started here in Cavan, from that small little nugget in 2003.
I started here back in 2007 and I came on board as access officer. You can see all the changes that have happened over the last few years. You can see like the new road crossings, the drop curbs and the disabled bays. The streetscapes are becoming more accessible. When we carry out any works funded under local authority programmes, from planning to design to construction, accessibility for people with disabilities is built into that, it's included in that. We have a disability advisory group called our CRAC Advisory Group, which is made up of 13 local different disability organisations. So we consult with them.
They will be able to go into the playground in Cavan in their wheelchair and actually access this piece of equipment.
Is it in any other playgrounds in the surrounding counties?
No, it's not. So Cavan is the first, yes.
I started working in 1987 at Cavan County Council, and then in 1999 I became a facilitator with Cavan County Council, and the same year I was diagnosed with MS. Simple things like the continuation of the rail, the handrail up the stairway. Naturally, you're worried, where are you going to be able to continue in your job? But they converted what was partly an old toilet and another office, and so that they gave me an office with an ensuite as such to it, which was, at the time, was a brilliant effort. I'm talking about 1999. It was kind of, if you can't plough through something, you can plough around it, and I think that was the attitude that was there. But there was that, it was a good feeling that was there with all the staff.
As you remember, the old days we had to step into the building.
That's right, indeed we
Now
had.
there's a level access.
Yeah, which is so important.
Virginia Courthouse is a good example of an existing building which is now accessible. We renovated this building back in 2009. It was all different levels in the ground floor. It was completely inaccessible.
Automatic door openings and the whole works.
Fantastic, yeah.
As you walk in, there's no level changes. It's got metre-wide doors, wide corridors. So we've done the best we could do with an existing building.
In the old days, there was, I think it was...
Local authorities, right up to 1991, had no power to make any decisions independent of central government. And I think society, rightly throughout the 90s in particular, started to look at the area of inclusion as being a fundamental part of a healthy society. Society has moved on, and also I think local government has moved on.
Building regulations so bigger.
The Consummate Park recreation facility came about when Cavan Sports Partnership, when they were drafting their strategy, it's called Sport for Life, Sport for All. They met with older people and they identified a need for an activity centre that's affordable in the area, so that's how the idea of the outdoor gym style equipment came about.
Like when we took our old folk away last year and we stopped for a picnic, well, they were all delighted where we stopped because they all use these.
Must be for your muscles or for your shoulder for that. I don't know. It reads on every one of them anyway. I didn't read it, to tell you the truth.
It's a fantastic facility, and I think people now realise how wonderful it is and how costly gyms are, and just to have it on the doorstep, really.
I like this one because you're exercising your arms and legs together.
What we would love to see is that in 20 years' time, this county would be a leading county in terms of being a county that anybody living or working in it could participate in fully, regardless of abilities.
Very good. Eat the fist. Eat the fist. It's very good for exercise.
If you were climbing a mountain, we've reached the foothills and we're a little bit up the slope, but there's a long, long, long way to go yet. But I'm hugely confident that the staff that we have here and the attitudes that we've seen developing will take us to the top of that mountain.
So that's it from the O2 Ability Awards for another year. We're delighted you could join us, and I'm sure you'll agree businesses and organisations who value ability above disability are leading the way in the inclusion of people of all abilities within their business as both customers and employees.
So congratulations to all the winners and the ability companies. Not only are you providing huge inspiration, but you are truly leading change for people with disabilities.
The latest RTE News